Hi guys. Again, I'm sorry I can't be with you today, but the lesson will be a nice, quick, and brief one because I'm going to hold off on showing you the answers to worksheets 3 and 4. Over the weekend, you had worksheets 3 and 4 to do, which were on the counting principle and finding like total outcomes and then probability based on that. And then also worksheet 4 was on independent and dependent events, finding the probabilities of those. I have the answers here, but looking it over, separate just now, I recognize that there were a few questions that may have left you a little bit puzzled. And so rather than just flashing the answers up here and having you check them and then move on, I'd rather wait until tomorrow when I'm back. That way we can check each of them together and answer the questions as we come, because if I show them now you might forget what ones you were confused on. So we'll address all of that tomorrow. Today we're only going to focus on lesson 5, which is using a Venn diagram. So let's jump in. It says that in our definition here, a Venn diagram is a diagram that shows the relationships among collections of objects. Now you may have seen Venn diagrams in social studies, science, things like that, or English. You write like, the pros, cons, different varieties of this, something similar. In math, it works just the same. So this whole rectangle represents the total that we're talking about. So this whole rectangle, let's see, there we go, represents the total that we're talking about. Each of these circles are going to represent a category. So this circle represents one category, this represents another, or collection, and then the overlap is what they both share in common. So in this first example, it says of 123 students, 19 have a bicycle, 23 have a car, and 15 have both. Use the diagram to the right to solve. So this is just a generic one. It may not be proportional, but we're going to fill in the information based on what they're giving us. So I'm going to start by writing 123 students in the corner. And that 123 is really representing this whole, I'm not going to color it in because it would get too colored, but this whole rectangle. It represents all the people that don't have a car or bicycle, all the people that do have a car or bicycle. 123 total. Now they tell us that 19 have a bicycle, 23 have a car, and 15 have both. So I'm going to first go ahead and label this circle as the bicycle circle, this circle as the car circle. And they're telling us that 15 have both. So I can put that right in the middle because this overlap represents what they both have, because it's this bicycle circle, little outside line, and it's also this car circle. So it's where they both overlap, and they tell us 15 of them have both. Now we have to fill in how many people have a bicycle only. Well, they told us at the beginning that 19 have a bicycle. Just focusing on this bicycle circle, that means this circle should total, when we add all the numbers up, 19. Well, 15 is already taken into account in that overlap area, so the only amount left is going to be 4. 4 plus 15, that whole circle totals 19. We're good. On the second circle, 23 have a car. Well, that means, different color here, this circle should total 23. Well, we have 15 already accounted for in the both section. 15 plus 8 will give us 23. So there's 8 people in this portion here that have only a car. Sometimes if you'd visualize if it would actually just truly happen, if you'd put people like in circles, 15 people would be in the middle, 4 with only a bicycle would be on the left side, 8 on the right. Sometimes it helps make it a little more clear. But now that we have this, we have represented 19 with a bicycle, 23 with a car, 15 having both, and 123 total students that were, polling. So in letter A, how many have only a car? Well, there's 8 of them with only a car, so 8 students, because we don't want to count that 15 overlap. Letter B, how many have only a bicycle? 4 students have only a bicycle. It's at 15 overlap, we aren't counting again. So that's why it's important not to go to these numbers up here, because if you just put 19, you're counting the overlap as well. So this is where our Venn diagram is key. In letter C, how many have neither a car nor a bicycle? Well, we know that we have 123 students total that we looked at. 4 of them have only a bicycle, so we're going to take those 4 off. 15 have both, so we're going to take those off. And 8 have only a car, so we're going to subtract that as well. So 123 minus 4 minus 15 minus 8 is going to give us a total of 96 students. So 96 students have neither a car nor a bicycle. And I just subtracted each of these numbers separately because this portion is one piece of the puzzle, this portion is a piece of the puzzle, and this portion is a piece of the puzzle. Okay, again, don't go back to these numbers. These are only used to help us set up the Venn diagram. In letter D, how many have either a car or a bicycle but not both? Well, 4 of them have a car, or bicycle, sorry. 8 of them have a car, 4 plus 8, 12 of them. 12 students have a car or a bicycle, but they don't have both. Okay? Let's try another one. We're going to do this one together, and then there's one on the second page I'm going to ask you to try on your own. It says of 87 people surveyed, 49 read Lifetime magazine, 21 read Nationwide, and 5 read both. Use the diagram at the right to solve. So first, starting out, 87 people is our population we're working with. The two things that are going to be our collections are the people that read Lifetime magazine. All right, Lifetime mag readers. And this side is Nationwide magazine readers. Okay, so we want to fill in our values based on the information they're giving us. 49 read Lifetime, 21 read Nationwide, and 5 read both. So 5 is where we start. That's our both category. They tell us that 49 read Lifetime. So this circle here should total 49. Well, being that we're already accounting for 5 of those people, that means there's a 44 people that would fall in just this portion of the circle. Okay? Just that portion. Looking at the whole thing as a whole, the whole circle is going to total 49, and so we're good. Then let's move on over to the Nationwide magazine. 21 read Nationwide, and that would be this whole circle. So this circle should total 21, but 5 of them are reading both, so we don't want to count those. We want to just put in this portion the people that only read Nationwide, which is 21 minus 5, or 16 people. All right, so now that we have it set up, 87 total. This circle totaled 49, check. This circle totaled 21, check. And we have our 5 represented as both in the middle. So how many read neither magazine? How many of them are not reading either of them? So we're going to do just like we did similarly above, 87 minus 44 minus 5 minus 16. When we subtract 87 minus this piece of the puzzle, this piece of the puzzle, and this piece of the puzzle, we're going to find 22 people. In letter B, how many read only Lifetime? 44 people, based on just this piece of the puzzle. How many read only Nationwide? There's 16 reading only Nationwide, so 16 people read only that portion. And lastly, how many read only one magazine? So this portion reads only Lifetime, this portion reads only Nationwide, so 44 plus 16 is going to give us 60 people. Okay? If you could turn the page, please. There's a guided practice I would like you to try. You can pause this video and then check back in, and I'll go on to give you the answers. Okay, you're back. Let's take a look at the second guided practice. We have here that of 73 men, 54 wore belts, 20 wore suspenders, and 4 wore both. Use a diagram at the right to solve. So very interesting stuff we're working with. We have 73 total. There we go. 73 is our population we're working with. 54 wore belts, so belt wearers, and then these are the suspender wearers. Okay, so we start out with the category of overlap. 4 wore both, because that helps us visualize this circle. Now whenever we go to do the belt, we know that this whole circle is going to count the 4 of the overlap and then whatever is left. Okay, so 54 wore belts, 4 of them are in the overlap, so that means 50 of them must be only wearing belts. 20 wore suspenders, so in their second circle, this whole circle should count for 20. 4 of them are already being accounted for, so 16 of them were suspenders only. So this is how your setup should look for your Venn diagram. Letter A, how many men wore only a belt? There were 50 men wearing only a belt. How many men wore only suspenders in letter B? There were 16 men wearing only suspenders in letter B. And in letter C, how many men wore neither? So there's 73 total. We're going to take away the 50. We're going to take away the 4. We're going to take away the 16. Each of these pieces of the puzzle. Okay, again, don't go back to these because these would give you too many. Okay, and even if you add them up, you'll see that. This is 74 right here just from these two. That's why the 4 overlap is key. If we take all of these subtracted, this piece, and this piece, 73 minus 50 minus 4 minus 16, there's 3 men that neither wear belts nor suspenders. Imagine that. All right, that is all for this lesson. You'll see there's nothing else. So I'd like you to take the rest of this class period. There is a worksheet 5 on Venn diagrams. So if you could fill that in, 1 to 13, the whole worksheet. Tomorrow we will move on and do lesson 6, and we will also check your homework for the 3 worksheets, lesson 3, 4, and 5. If you finish this early and there's still time left in class, you're welcome to work on your remediation sheet. You got it back with the statistics chapter. It's the remediation sheet for statistics and probability. So you may be done with it, or if you're not, maybe you can get a good start or finish it up. If you need to go to your lockers to get your books, maybe the substitute can give you a pass to head out, and you can possibly share books so not everyone's running to their lockers. All right, thank you so much. I hope you have a great Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.